Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Yes, guys.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it.
Oh, what a bonus.
Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Ah, you always like that. Count it as a birdie.
33.
So we're getting set now for the second 9 here at the old course at St. Andrews. And Frank, a chance to get off to a good start here with the short par 4 10th.
Yeah, it's a very subtle hole. It just looks straight ahead in front of you, but there is gorse down the left if you stray, especially into a head breeze. But really, it's drivable for most of the players. Just got to worry about those 2 bunkers, the sort of short right of the green. If you finish up there, then this hole becomes a little more difficult.
Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Good putt. Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the 2 bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those 2 bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces. And Oh, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, it's sloping. Okay, push me back there.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Locked in on the read and the speed. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right, and obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pop bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole.
Oh, I got binoculars on. Don't you worry about that. Could be about right there. Yep.
Oh, I thought he had that. Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
But this one has a chance to be really good.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. Most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. She's going to test her from 4 feet.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your third shot to 14.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Oh, don't tell me you're crawling in. What are you doing in the bunker? You better stop. Stop. Hey. What a roll on that one. You see that shit? Holy cow.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Trying to make yet another birdie.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Has his par.
Frank, the 15th here at the old course, just a classic example of links golf, where you might be aiming for something that isn't even on the golf course.
Exactly. There's a nice line there in between the two humps that you can see in front of you off the tee. If you keep looking down, you'll see the church steeple. That's the perfect line for the tee shot. Got to be careful with the second shot coming up. You see the 16th tee and out of bounds to the right of this green, and that little pot bunker that protects the front.
Smash.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
This is an awkward length. Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
She didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Do that. Frank, the 17th hole, you can get room service along the way here?
You can. If you flare one right there, you'll also pay a penalty for out of bounds. And so that hamburger better taste good, better be worth it. A little left of that, a little left of the out of bounds, and you're left with a second shot. It's fairly daunting because you have the road hole bunker to avoid and the road behind the green. Hence the name.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 18th hole at the old course, when you stand on the tee, it doesn't look like much. But when you begin to factor in all the history, all the greats who have played, well, then it is quite the hole.
It certainly is. Remember the great putts like Constantina Rocca making it from the front to try and get in a playoff with John Daly. Jack Nicklaus driving the green. It's all been made possible by the ambitious player here. You've got to swing it across the Swilken Burn, out of bounds on the right and beyond this green, but it is reachable. But the mere mortals, they'll aim a little left. They'll aim at the clock face on the R&A building.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
To win the Open Championship. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only the course today, but all week long.
All right. So we just won the tournament. Okay. This was not online. We're just doing career mode. But bastard. All right. This little fucking mosquitoes could be biting. Yeah, in case you're wondering why I'm dealing with mosquitoes, I play in the garage. So I can smoke out here, drink out here, get loud out here, and I can shut the door and they can't hear me. I'm 15 under. California Classic. Akita. shit. My friends used to work right here by these people. Look at that topography.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the California Classic.
So far they're at 12 holes or 3.
All set to go. We take you to the first hole.
I never played this.
Frank, you've been there so many times. Really nothing like the first tee of a brand new championship.
The thought of the unknown, the beauty of sport, you win the golf course. Doesn't get any better, Rich.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Flagstick 150 yards away. Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens and getting ready for the putt. Even par early on.
To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So makes the birdie putt, now 1 under for the tournament.
Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. It's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
This putt gets
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. 1 under for the round.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The 5th hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
Oh, crap.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Pretty good shot, Frank, just inside of 20 feet.
And 19 feet is what we're hearing.
My goodness, what does a guy have to do to make a putt out here? And he's putting for birdie now.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
It's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Always take that. Good par putt right there. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down at 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
And it makes the green in regulation. There's 5 feet left. Excellent roll to 3 under par.
Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par fives are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a three-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
See if our featured player can do something right today.
Yeah, when you're swinging well, obviously target looks as big as a barn, but on days like today, everything looks difficult.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight.
Frank, this really is kind of a good lesson. You and I had said earlier that it looked gloomy, but you dig in, you keep fighting, and something good happens.
You have to credit his composure.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards with that water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Now playing the second here at the par 4.
And this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back nine now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards.
Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power? That ball just took off the face.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
Series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Oh boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses when they first came out with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie.
Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron, or are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Frank, it may be obvious you'd rather have a ball sitting up perfectly in these fairways as opposed to the deep rough off to the left or right. But how is a player able to take advantage when he has that good lie?
Well, anything better than that would be sitting on a tee. That is a perfect lie. It almost guarantees good contact.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
There we go.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play. 290, 300 yard cutter and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
that one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. 14 feet to the hole. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Trying to stay steady, make a par.
Sorry, guys.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Good effort and a good par putt.
Still 3 up.
Well, well, well. Here we are at the famous Alcatraz.
They call this Alcatraz. That's awesome.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
These putts keep the round together. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup.
Oh my God.
Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
Holy shit. Wow. I got an eagle off that long chip. Oh my God. That was cool. Wow, you guys. Oh my God. That was so cool.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the California Classic. All set to go. We take you to the first hole. Stepping up to the first tee for this second round. Frank, what's the mindset, do you think?
Has to be, hopefully, like yesterday, where they played extremely well. If we get another carbon copy of that, we're in for some real delight.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a three here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Frank going for two in a row now. Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. It's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
In the fairway here at the third hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
And he's made the green. In for par. Frank, here's a case at the fourth hole, this par 3, of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, yep, good thing, too. He's actually putting well. Oh, beautiful swing. And the result is every bit as good. A I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
How about that terrific approach shot setting up a makeable eagle putt? This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green, so it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance, that really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number, something that you've got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
This is a good-looking shot.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswork that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. We'll make birdie if this drops. Always nice to be comfortably inside that cut line. A wily golf instructor makes birdie.
Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Wow,
robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Good work right there. Let's settle for par.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back nine now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium length par 4. But again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dog leg, really. And if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Did the job right there.
Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green, little pitch up there. But even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane.
Tremendous display of golf this has been.
Oh, certainly throwing an eagle against the field too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Score that a birdie.
Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's two definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now a 7-footer.
Yes.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as...
It's gone for a little extra.
Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on his scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right. But what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided. And it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Now the par 5 16th, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, you know, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
And now the second shot here at this par 5.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
That one is in the bunker.
Digs in. Important to have a strong base on these bunker shots. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. You know, Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over.
Well, Frank, these wins have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, but the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental path. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now.
Frank, you always talk about it not compounding the error, but here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz, par 3 17th at 168 yards?
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you. Should be safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot.
And now, that for an easy birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. Because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
17 under lead. Even with that triple bogey. Alright guys, as soon as this saves, I'm going to call it on the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm going to keep doing this. You guys have a good one. Until it loads.